In this video, I'm going to show you how can you add advanced conditional logic in your Go High Level forms. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a feature that was recently introduced inside Go High Level, and I want to make a quick and in detailed step-by-step tutorial so I could show you how exactly you can use, whether it's redirect a URL, whether it's display a custom message, whether you want to disqualify a lead, or you want to show and hide fields. All of these use cases, these studies are going to be showcased in this tutorial. So make sure that you watch the tutorial till the end because I'm going to be live demonstrating this inside my Go High Level account and showcasing how this action works so that you can implement it in your business, right? You must be thinking, who is Pritam Bhadra to teach you about funnels, Go High Level, automation, and all of that? Well, my name is Pritam. I run a Go High Level funnel website design agency. We have been building funnels website for our Go High Level clients literally across the world from Australia to the US, and that's what we have been doing. In case you want to learn more about it, go to pritamhara.com, and that will be the go-to spot for you to learn more about what do we do as a business. The link is also included in the description. By the way, many of these people, so this tutorial is going to be more focused towards conditional logic specifically inside the forms, right? In case you're very new and you want to learn more about forms, in case, right, how can I build custom forms? How can I build custom fields? So for example, right, these are the fields, right? So when you click on this plus dot, you can have quick adds and then you can add custom fields here. So for example, these and these are custom fields. So in case you want to learn how to build custom fields like this or advanced forms, then you can go to my tutorial. So if you go to my channel and if you scroll down, you will probably have one, as you can see, this is the form builder, which has almost around 1,000 views already. So this is a very detailed step-by-step tutorial on the form builder itself. So make sure that you check this out so that you can learn more about the initial steps to build a form. Now, once you've already done building the forms, now you want to get into the advanced pro level, and now you want to build conditional logics inside Go High Level. That's pretty much what we are going to cover here. As you can see, I have created this checklist. So this is the conditional logic checklist with demo. Now what you can do is, instead of just doing trial and error, you can get this checklist absolutely for free and then build things with me so that you can get a live demonstration for yourself. Because the more you do it, the more you're going to learn. So in case you want this checklist, so make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that I can get notified about that. That's point one. And the point two is, make sure that you comment down checklist, the word checklist, right? That's pretty important so that you can get this entire step-by-step checklist for yourself, including the use cases as well, right? Okay, cool. So let me just show it to you that this is the form that I have built, right? It has a name, it has first name, last name, it has email ID, it has yearly revenue, and it has project budget, right? So let's make these details as mandatory. We probably do not need last field. What we can do here is we can add, let's say, only the full name is going to be more than enough, right? So let me just add the full name here, right? And let make that uh, compulsory. So yeah, I think we are done. We have the full name, we have the email, we have the yearly revenue, and we have the project budget and all that, right? So let me click on save, right? And let me showcase to you how exactly this is going to look. Okay, let me just add that quickly. Cool. Now let me quickly preview this so that I can show it to you how exactly this is going to look like. Okay. As you can see here, full name, email, and then you have yearly revenue, project, a budget, and all that. Right. So this is a good use case for a marketing agency for any kinds of done for you service, right? So you can qualify people, and the more you qualify, the better quality of leads that you're gonna get. So that's a pretty crucial process, right? The first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and we're going to try out all these conditional logics, right? So you see four conditional logics here. All of them are going to get tried out and presented in this tutorial. The first is going to be a redirect to URL, which is the logic one, right? I'm quickly going to show you where exactly you can find this. So if you click, so basically once you see the top section here, you will be able to see this plus symbol, which is add form element, and then this this kind of a s, or upper conditional logic sign, and then you have this show notifications signs and all that. So what you can do here is you can click on add conditional logic, and that is going to probably give you all these options, which is redirect to URL, display custom message, disqualify lead, and show hidden fields, right? So this is some pre-built conditional logic. So I'm going to remove them, and then we're going to start with direct to the URL, right? So here, as you can see, the conditional logic, that the use case that we're going to use is if the revenue, okay, if the revenue is right $100,000 to $300,000 annually, and the budget is $1,000 to $3,000, then redirect to google.com. Okay, so this is probably a disqualifying message, or you can also redirect to a page where you can let them know that, hey, thank you for submission, but we only take businesses who are doing more than $300,000 to $1 million or more than $3,000 of budget, right? Else redirect to pritam.com. So what this means is, if the customer or if the visitor selects $100,000 to $300,000 and $1,000 to $300,000 budget, then only you need to redirect them to google.com. Else, if they choose anything beyond these numbers, then you have to redirect to pritam.com, right? That's exactly what we are going to do, and I'm going to show you that. So as you can see here, we are now inside the redirect to URL setting, and we have the condition logic being set in front of us. So as you can see, if, right? So if yearly revenue, right, is equal to $100,000 to $300,000, right? And then you have three different options here, then, and or. I'll choose and because and means that this and this. So when only both the conditions met, only then we can proceed forward in order to fulfill them, right? So this is going to be a budget project. So your project budget is equal to, this is $1,000 to $2,000, right? Pretty similar. Sorry, this is going to be $2,000. Pretty similar. $100,000 to $300,000, and budget is $1,000 to $2,000, right? That's exactly what we have put. So if this condition is met true, and if this condition, which is project budget, is met true, then redirect people to this condition, right? Or this use case. So here it's going to be we have google.com, so we'll redirect to google.com, right? So this is the first logic being set. So we are done here. As you can see here, the first logic is being set. Now we need a second logic, because else, right? Else do this. So for this we need a second logic. So here we need to add one more logic here. So this is going to be, so whenever this condition is not met, right, then you can redirect to pritam.com, because when these conditions are not met, that means that the visitor is qualified to become a lead of ours and we can reach out to them, right? So this is going to be, when yearly revenue is here, it's going to be is not equal to $100,000, right? So when we say that yearly revenue is not equal to $100,000 to $300,000, it actually means that yearly revenue is equal to $300,000, $500,000, and $500,000 to $1 million, right? So that's the shortest way in order to make sure that conditional logics are being set, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a mathematical calculations that keeps happening at the back end, because the system is just trying to match and unmatch conditions and then provide a particular logic, right? And if the budget is not equal to $100,000 to $2,000, which means that the budget should be more than $2,000 to $10,000. In that case, send to Pritam Bhadra.com. Right? It's very simple, very straightforward. I hope you're able to understand that. In case you have any queries, just let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them and help you out as well. So click on save here, right? So now as you can see, both these options, right, or conditions are being applied here, right? So I'm going to click on save here, right? And then we are going to live test it, right? So let me quickly preview this. Right. So let's say my name is Pritam Bhadra. My email is, let's say, defense here. Now the first is going to be so here, if the revenue is $100,000 to $3,000 and budget is $1,000 to $2,000, it's going to redirect it to google.com. So let me see that whether it's redirecting me to google.com or not, right? So I'll select $100,000 to $300,000 and budget to $1,000 to $2,000, right? Now I'm going to click on that, and this should ideally redirect me to google.com. Click on the button here, and then now it's redirecting to google.com, right? So this particularly shows that, hey, things are working fine, conditional logic are being played to its optimal use case. So that's perfectly fine. Now the second logic is, if this condition is doesn't met, right? If they are choosing numbers beyond these options, then redirect to pritamhara.com. So let's say now again I'm going to put my own details here, and then let's say my revenue or yearly revenue is $300,000 to $500,000, and my budget is $5,000 to $10,000. In that case, it should redirect me to pritamhara.com, which is my own website or my landing page, right? As you can see here, is now redirected to pritam.com, which is my landing page or my website, right? So I think this holds perfectly true that this is perfectly working. So this is done, right? We got this done. So this this use case was working perfectly. Now, the second use case is going to be about displaying custom messages, which is pretty interesting because let's say you do not have a page or a link for people or the visitors to get forwarded to. In that case, what you can do here is you can display a custom message, right? So we're going to work on that. So this is the second logic. So let me quickly show it to you. Again, you click on the conditional logic option. The second option here is display custom message, right? Let me quickly delete the earlier conditional logics here. And here, when you click on this, again, the same interface opens up. So here, if the revenue is again $100,000 to $300,000 and budget is $1,000 to $3,000, so this is going to be $2,000, right? Then display the message, "Thank you for submission. You are unqualified or disqualified," whatever it is. Now, this is very harsh, right? You should not be writing that you are unqualified. You can probably write that, "Hey, we do not take up projects which are below $2,000, or or businesses doing less than $3,000, because we have a huge team. Our basic pricing starts at, let's say, $3,000," like that. You can always write them, right? So this is the message that is going to get displayed. If they're using something beyond this options, then "Thank you for submission, Pritam will get back to you." This option needs to get displayed, right? So let's get this done here. The first thing that we're going to do here is we are going to add yearly revenue. So we're not adding name and email because at the moment our logic is based on the option they are choosing in terms of yearly revenue and project budgets. That's exactly where we are focusing. But we can also focus on email. Let's say you have an email that you want to make sure that when somebody puts that particular email, they redirect to a particular page or particular message, and you can also do that, right? I've actually tried and tested it. It works perfectly fine. So if the yearly revenue is 100 to $300,000, right? And if uh, the project budget is equal to $100,000 to $2,000, then display this custom message as, "Thank you for submission. You are unqualified," right? So this is only going to be displayed when both these options holds true. In case if you want only one of these options holds true, then you can add "or" condition. Okay, but here we're going to add conditions. So let's add that. Okay, this is the first one. The second one is going to be, if yearly revenue is not equal to $100,000 to $300,000, and if the project budget is not equal to $1,000 to $2,000, in that case you can showcase, "Thanks for submission, Pritam will get back to you." Okay, so "Thanks for submission, Pritam will get back to you." Let me save that. So you have two conditional logic. By the way, you can add more conditional logics as well. You can make this pretty complex, right? It's all based on mathematical calculations and fact checking the numbers and all of that. So you can always do that based on your experience and expertise in terms of making custom navigation systems inside the Go High Level logics, right? So quickly, let me preview these. Let me delete them. Of course, let me write the emails and everything, right? Oops, I'm gonna write the other email, which is going to be this one, right? So yearly revenue is, let's say, $100,000 to $300,000, and project is this one. In this case, this should give me the result that, "Thanks for submission, you are unqualified or disqualified," like that. Click on the button here. Okay, as you can see here, "Thanks for submission, you are unqualified," right? So this is working perfectly fine. Let me quickly preview once more and then showcase you in terms of the qualification this message, which is going to be, "Thanks for submission, Pritam will get back to you." And so let's say I have Pritam, my name here, my email. I have, let's say, budget of $500,000, and I have budget of 2,000. Sorry, I have a yearly revenue of 500,000 to $1,000,000, and I have a budget of 2,000 to $5,000. In that case, it should show that Pritam should get back to you. So that's exactly how we have set the conditional logic. As you can see here, "Thanks for submission, Pritam will get back to you." So now this is also done. So I'm going to quickly add that up as well. That's done as well, right? Now we're going to go to disqualify lead, right? This is pretty interesting as well. So again, if the revenue is 100 to $300,000 and the budget is $1,000 to $2,000, then disqualify the lead. And here you can basically give them the option to either you can go to a link, right? or you can actually show a custom message. In this case, we're only going to showcase the links, which is google.com and pritam.com, right? So let me quickly delete these conditional logics which are being applied here because we don't need them at the moment. Now we can click on disqualify lead. Now again here, revenue is going to be is equal to 100,000 $50,000, and this is going to be the budget is not equal to $1,000. Here is going to be, okay, sorry, is going to be equal to, because the first logic. As you can see here, it has the option to showcase custom message, or it has the options to open URL. So I want to click on open URL for the simplest purpose. And let's say I want to disqualify them and send them to google.com for some reason. I want to add that. And then I'm going to add one more disqualification message that, hey, okay, this won't be disqualified because um, this is basically disqualified. So else this is going to be redirect to URL if the project budget, sorry, if the yearly revenue is not equal to um, $1,000, $2,000 or $3,000, then the budget is not equal to $1,000, $2,000. Go to pritam.bhadra.com. Right, pretty simple. Now we have two kinds of different logics, because the first one is to disqualify and the second one is to redirect to the thank you page or next step forward into your funnel. All right, this is exactly how you should be doing. And let me quickly preview it so that I can show it to you. Okay, cool. So quickly let me add all of these details here. So yearly revenue here, let's say I'm adding $1,000 to $3,000 and $1,000 to $2,000. This is going to ideally disqualify me and get the lead directly to google.com. Right, let me agree that and let me showcase this to you. And now here we are again back to google.com, so works pretty fine. Let me quickly add the other details as well. Let me add $300,000 to $500,000, $510,000. Let me quickly add that. It should redirect to pritam.com. Right, again this is also working perfectly fine. So we also got this done here. Let me quickly add that. Cool. Now we have the last logic here, which is show fields, right? So show fields is a pretty interesting use case, which basically shows that, hey, if you so I'm going to give you an example. So let's say um the yearly revenue is $100,000 to $300,000, right? So if they select this option, then do not showcase the project budget option to them. Okay. However, if they select $300,000 to $500,000 or 500 to $1,000,000, in that case, showcase the project budget option, right? So you can show fields based on what conditions or what exactly they are choosing, right? So we're exactly going to work on that. So let me delete that option quickly, and let me do this. Show fields. If yearly revenue is equal to $100,000, then show me project budget, right? As simple as that, right? No, then no. Mm, then hide project budget probably, and then we can add another conditional logic here. I got it. So first thing is we have to make this hidden. First of all, sorry about that. So make this hidden so that this is not originally visible. And then based on the interaction on this, we can make this visible. Okay. So let me quickly work on that. Cool. Let me quickly showcase you that as well. The first thing is we have to keep this one, which we want to come as a surprise based on the option they choose. We have to make sure that they are hidden. So I click on this project budget and make sure this is hidden. Go to conditional logic here. So I've actually added that. So I want to showcase you from scratch. So let's say the yearly revenue here is equal to, let's say, $300,000, or the yearly revenue here is equal to 500,000 to $1,000,000. Then showcase this particular project budget option, right? I'm gonna click on that and let me save that and let me then preview it. Okay, as you can see here, ideally it's not showing me the option for project budget. Now, based on the conditional logic that we have set here, right, it should only show me the project budget when it is equal to either $300,000 or equal to 500 to $1,000,000, right? So when you click on, let's say you put in your details here, you put in your details here, and then the yearly revenue, right? So if I click on 100,000, $300,000, it should not show me anything, right? So let's click on that. It's not showing me anything, right? This is pretty interesting. However, if you click on 300,000 to $500,000, you're going to show me the project budget, right? So that's also one way in order to qualify and disqualify people, because they probably will not be submitting this. But if they also click on 500 to $3,000, sorry, $100,000, $1 million, then you will be having the project budget details. But if you again go back to 100,000 to $300,000, they will not be able to see the project budget, right? So there are different use cases, pretty interesting to see what exactly you can do with it, right? But that's exactly how the systems work, and that's pretty much how we did this as well in terms of showcasing custom fields of show and hide fields, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how exactly you build conditional logic inside Go High Level. In case you have any queries and in case you want to work with us, go to pritam.com. We build custom design automated Go High Level premium funnels and website. Just scroll down, you will be able to see our work there. We have plenty of our custom design work from the last 3 years that we have been doing. And you want to learn more about Go High Level funnels, landing pages, automation, marketing strategies, implementation, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Pritam High Level, right? Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. In case you have any queries, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you out. And stay tuned for the future because we have some awesome content planned out and everything is going to be available on this channel. See you soon.